I guess we're going to get a crash out every day. Summer 2026 going to be crazy.
Surveillance video shows the moments two armed robbers entered a Family Dollar store. You can see two men on scooters. Soon after, sources tell us one of those men was arrested, then taken to a hospital where he shot and killed that Chicago police officer and injured another. Our Charlie DeMar is live in front of Endeavor Health Swedish Hospital with the latest on this. Good evening, Charlie.
Good evening, Chris. And after shooting those two Chicago police officers, one fatally, Chicago police say that suspect then ran from the hospital. That sparked a massive manhunt. And tonight we are learning a lot more about that armed robbery that really sparked this deadly chain of events.
I'm getting active proceeds stolen from the Family Dollar at 3239 West Lawrence Avenue.
Hours before shooting two Chicago police officers, sources say the same man is accused of robbing this Albany Park Family Dollar at gunpoint. At the top of your screen, surveillance video shows two people arrive at the store on scooters. Minutes later, they run alongside the building and get away on those scooters. A fire truck and officers respond within minutes to a woman apparently injured inside the store.
Smell Black attacked her. He was armed with a gun. Woman bleeding from the head. She was at the ATM. Someone hit her.
Police caught the man wanted for the Family Dollar robbery and brought him to Endeavor Health Swedish Hospital, where he shot two police officers and then ran away, according to CPD.
They had larger weapons than I've ever seen in real life, and SWAT team, and it was pretty wild.
The manhunt led SWAT teams and dozens of officers outside of Madison Heckle's Ravenswood home. The suspect wanted for killing Officer John Bartholomew was hiding nearby. Neighbors say he even left a trail of blood on a backyard fence.
I did expect something pretty violent to have happened, the amount of police that responded.
Law enforcement sources have shared the suspect's identity. However, we're not naming him until he's formally charged. The suspect does have a lengthy criminal history going back to at least 2017. Full of felonies, including vehicular hijacking, aggravated battery to a correctional officer, and possessing a firearm. He also had an active warrant.
The first thing that occurred to me is obviously somebody missed the gun.
Anthony Riccio is a former high-ranking leader with CPD.
Wherever he had that gun hidden on his body, and all indications is he had it down his backside, that wand would have picked it up.
And in a statement, the hospital says that suspect was wanded when he arrived, and he was escorted by law enforcement at all times while he was here at the hospital. Again, charges against that man are still.
What up, family? It's your boy SNTV, man. Coming back at y'all with another news update. Make sure that y'all hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, man. We on our way to 300K. Let's get it. The other day, we had ourselves another crash out, man. You know, a guy that goes by the name of Alphonso Talley. Alphonso Talley gets with another guy, and they decide they gonna ride some scooters to the Dollar General to rob the Dollar General. Now, I have no clue who planned this, but they thought that they was gonna get away on some damn electric scooters. The first thing they did wrong, the plan was wrong. You know? So they do this robbery, attempt this robbery, and they get caught. In the process of them getting caught, Alfonso suffers an injury. They take him to the hospital. When he gets to the hospital, somehow he gets a hold to a gun. He kills a police officer and injures his partner. He's actually still fighting for his life right now. And a couple things about this just make you wonder. This guy has a rap sheet a mile long, and he's actually got warrants for 5 charges. He caught a robbery charge, a carjacking, and a robbery. It says 2 felons, both on pretrial release, carjacked a woman and robbed a man minutes apart. This happened in April of 2025, a year ago. He carjacked and robbed a woman, and then minutes later, he robbed a man with another guy. This was April 25th that this article was put out at 10:21 a.m. A year has went past. Now he has a whole murder on a police officer and an attempted murder on the police officer. And it's Chicago's fault. It's the city of Chicago's fault. You know? I don't blame the police. It's so much going on and niggas don't care that much to the point to where you can't blame them when they sit on their hands. You can't blame them when they pull up after all the shooting stop. I'm not running chasing no bullets, so I don't blame them for not doing it. Real talk. But how these guys are catching all these robberies and attempted murders and this and that and getting spicing throats and doing all this shit, and then y'all still letting them out is crazy. It is crazy. And I'm going to tell you, there's a lot more stuff that's going to go down in the city of Chicago as long as you got crash outs just freely just walking around. This guy already got cases. Crazy. But y'all letting these guys continue to get out so they can get back out here and do more crazy shit and kill more people and do more stuff to more people. And this time, it backfired. They came up with an elaborate scheme to rob a damn Dollar General on some motor scooters. Got caught. Shorty pulled a pookie. It wasn't even worth all that. Now, you finna go fight for your life. You already was jammed up. When I say the boy got cases, the boy got cases. You should have never been out. But now it's over with. They got dude running down the street, butt naked. After the shooting. They got these boys on camera from A to Z. It's a lot of mentally unstable people out here. And it's a lot of people that don't think from A to Z. Or from A to B for that matter. This was a crash out plan that was never going to work. How many times have we seen that? It's like when the sun come out, it start frying people's brain. In other news, we had two shorties that was taken out yesterday. Shorty that everybody's talking about is named Trey. This situation is going viral, and I'm going to tell y'all why. So the article says, 2 men lost their life in a shooting that ended in a crash late Sunday night in Chicago, just before 10:10 p.m. A black sedan crashed into a tree in the 12,100 block of South Harvard in the West Pullman neighborhood. When officers arrived, they found the driver, a 20-year-old man, suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. He was transported to Christ Hospital, where he was later pronounced dead. A passenger in the vehicle, whose age has not been released, was also found with gunshot wounds and was pronounced dead at the scene. One of the victims has been identified by family as Trey. Police are still working to determine what led up to the shooting. However, after the incident, a family member of Trey shared a post on Facebook describing his final moments. According to the post, Trey called his mother when he was being chased and shot at. He told her he was near 127th Street and trying to make it to the Gardens. During the call, he reportedly screamed that he could not see, told his mother he loved her, and the call disconnected. The family says they drove around the area for over 30 minutes searching for him and contacting hospitals before learning he had been taken to the hospital. When they arrived, doctors later confirmed he had crashed into a tree after being shot and did not survive despite efforts to save him. This had to be a very, very sad moment for this man's mama. You know, she actually got to hear her son being hunted down and taken out. She actually got to hear that. His last moments. Dreadful, man. The way that we hunt each other down and kill each other, man, smoke each other top, man. If we put that much energy into something that actually made sense, we would be doctors, lawyers, businessmen and businesswomen. We'd be billionaires, hell, trillionaires. if we use half of the energy that we use hunting each other down, chasing each other down, walking each other down, and killing each other, we'll be a hell of a people. But we won't do it. Real talk, man. R.I.P. to that young man. Zay Osama, man, a.k.a. Isaiah Dukes. Some of his indictment has been unsealed, and he's facing at least 1 kidnapping charge and 2 interference with commercial by threat or violence charges. I'm going to just say this, man, and I'm going to be brief with it. Zay Osama, let's change his name to Zay I Stay in Some Shit Osama. How about that? Or how about Isaiah Can't Get Right Dukes? How about that? Lil Zay Osama stay locked up and catching cases and goddamn it trying to rob camera. He just always in some shit. Did you just get baptized, bro? Real talk, man. Keep your head low, gang. You gonna mess around and end up with a life sentence because you out here playing. What you doing with charges like this? And you the type of person that you are. It's crazy. I don't understand y'all. Y'all gonna keep doing dumb shit, I guess. And last but not least, man. In other news, man, a New York lady has been charged with attempted murder. Her name is Kiana Waddell. They're saying that she lit a dynamite, a stick of dynamite, and threw it in her ex-boyfriend's room. He actually, I guess he tried to catch it. Whatever happened, he ended up getting his hand blew off. So they charging her with attempted murder. And they saying that she faces up to 25 years in prison. A New York woman faces up to 25 years in prison after she was found guilty of throwing a stick of dynamite into her boyfriend's bedroom, causing him to lose his hand. A jury found 35-year-old Kiana Waddell guilty of first-degree assault and criminal possession of a weapon. Suffolk County District Attorney Raymond A. Tierney announced Friday, domestic violence can escalate to deadly levels, and this case is a sobering reminder of that reality. This lady was crazy, man. You know, you might as well throw a fucking grenade in the room. Whatever she get, that's what she get, man. You know, ain't no excuse for that. It really ain't. Probably some domestic dispute, and she went crazy instead of leaving the situation alone. Leave the situation alone, ladies and gentlemen, because this right here, it's not worth all that. Real talk. It's too many fish in the sea to be going through this right here, man. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all for today, man. Y'all know what I like to say. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies and try not to get slimed out. It's your boy, SNTV.
Mr. Schott is in critical condition, still fighting for his life. He is 57 years old and has been with CPD for 21 years. Now, again, those charges just now coming down. That suspect has been announced as 26-year-old Alfonso Talley. He's facing a number of charges, including first-degree murder, first-degree attempted murder, unlawful restraint, and robbery. Take a look at this picture of Talley. He allegedly shot 2 officers on Saturday at Endeavor Health Swedish Hospital. 38-year-old John Bartholomew died. During the time of this shooting, WGN Investigates learned that he was on pretrial release for a different crime. He was awaiting trial for an April 2025 carjacking in Chicago's Bronzeville neighborhood. He was initially detained, but court records show he was released in December on electronic monitoring and ordered to remain at home. In January, the judge let up on the conditions to allow the defendant to leave home from work. In March, court records say the electronic monitoring device stopped transmitting and the defendant violated his curfew. A warrant was then issued for Talley. WGN's investigative reporter Ben Bradley talked to the carjacking victim. He explains what she said.
She said she actually didn't learn that the guy charged in her case from a year ago was released on electronic monitoring. She didn't learn about that until last week after she had reached out to prosecutors. We can tell you that she described the crime to me, which occurred in the middle of the day. She said, he came up from behind me and he put a gun right toward my abdomen. And he told her to give me the effing keys. She said, her car was not worth her life. She obviously handed over her keys.
Now, again, that suspect named in this deadly shooting and critically injuring that second officer is 26-year-old Alfonso Talley. He is facing first-degree murder, first-degree attempted murder, robbery, unlawful restraintment, a number of charges, too many to go through. He will be in court today for a detention hearing, which we will learn if he will stay in jail awaiting trial or once again be released. I'm live here at Illinois Masonic Hospital.